Morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when and where you're viewing this. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Thanks for joining me again today. Hope you're having a great weekend, right? I am so pumped, right? Because we are nailing it on this channel again. Every day we make calls, every day we're right. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. But I just want to, after yesterday's video, I was ticked off, right? Because I am nailing every single move, and we did it in the last 24 hours as well. And I'm not getting followers. So I'm asking you, my loyal followers that I do have, give me some love, give me a like, give me a subscribe, share this video with friends you have in crypto, because we need to get the word out, right? That this community is nailing pretty much every move. Now, for those, I did get some new viewers yesterday and some new followers. For those that are new to my channel, I just want to lay some groundwork here, right? We trade long term on this channel. I'm not telling you to trade something in the next 24 hours, get in, get out, and that's a fool's game, right? You're gonna lose at that eventually. And I don't tell you to trade on leverage, because that's a fool's game as well. You're gonna get hosed in the end. All these crypto influencers that are telling you to go to their link and advance crypto to an exchange and then trade on leverage, they're doing it to line their own pockets. Even though these guys claim to be millionaires, some even claim to be billionaires, they're doing it just to get a few measly bucks of your hard-earned money as a kickback for you risking it and by trading on leverage. And I've said it on this channel repeatedly, don't do it. The big money on those exchanges has more money than you, has more time than you do, has higher risk tolerance than you do, and to top it all off, they have better tools than you. You will lose, so don't do it. And I proved it, right? Just a few weeks ago when Bitcoin was at 24,000, right? Everybody, I shared it on this channel, like 5, 6, 7 people. I gave you examples, all saying, we're going higher, we're going to 28,000, we're going to 30,000, we're going to 35, 40,000. And they were telling you to go to their link, and advance crypto, because you get money, they get money. It's a win-win, people were saying, right? But I told you, don't do it. We were at resistance. All these fools were telling you to do it at resistance. And what's happened? We got the dump that I told you was going to probably come, right? I've been telling you for weeks, months on this channel, the path of least resistance right now is lower. And we shared examples on the video yesterday from weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, showing you that Bitcoin was probably heading to where exactly the point we're at right now at this very moment. And I shared another video from 2 weeks ago telling you that the Ethereum pump was pretty much over, right? And it was time to take profits. And that's played out perfectly too. So let's jump into it. Let's just look at yesterday's video. Just as one, I have a couple examples from yesterday's video, how what we said yesterday is coming out to be perfectly true again. So let's watch this.
Right? Let's look at where we're at. It didn't happen right then, but I said, will it hold today, tomorrow, over the weekend? I wasn't predicting it was going to break that blue line right then, but what happened? I've been telling you for weeks that the path of least resistance is lower. So this was back here when we were, right? This is when that video was made 3 weeks ago, way back here. And I said, if we break that blue line, we're going to go below this prior higher low back here, right? Well, what happened? After that video, we went back up to challenge the resistance line that we've been talking about for months on this channel, that red line, right? We challenged it. We got rejected. I told you that that's the strongest resistance we have to beat right now. Do not get excited about Bitcoin until we get above that red line, until we hold it for a month, maybe, a month, maybe 2 months. Come back down and test that red line as support. Well, we didn't even get above it. So we came back down, broke the blue line, and what's happened, right? We're now below that prior higher low. And we're coming down to the lower red line. Look at that red line, what we talked about on that video. There's the 3 support touches, and now we're coming back down to it. Right now, today, that red line is at about, 20,000. it's hovering around 20,000. It's going up, but so expect to challenge about 20,000. I've told you this 3 flippin' weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I told you we're going to challenge that red line again. And that red line is very, very, very key. I'm not even saying that red line's going to hold. I think it's going to stall. This dump is going to stall out at that red line, is my prediction, right? This is not financial advice. I could be totally wrong. Usually I'm not. And if you watch my videos, usually I'm not. But I think that this dump will stall out at that red line right now. It might bounce off of it, might not. But I think that red line is going to offer some support. But I'm not convinced that it will hold at all.
Okay. How is that prediction holding up, right? I told you yesterday, did you notice where we were? We were at about 20,600, right? 20,600, 700 in there when that video was made yesterday. I told you we were going down to the red line. I told you the red line would offer a little bit of support, but I also told you don't get excited, because that doesn't necessarily mean that red line is going to hold in the end. But I told you the red line would offer support. I told you we were going to it. What's happened? Let's look at the chart today. Look at this. Where are we stopping? Where are we? Look, what's the price right now? $20,000. Where are we hovering above? The red line. Exactly the red line. It's offering a little bit of support, right? Now, I've said on this channel, if you watch me, these resistance lines, these support lines, you got to look at them as ranges, maybe a range of $100, $200 or something like that, right? Because I'm always looking at the Coinbase chart. If you follow my channel, I'm looking at the Coinbase chart. But every exchange has, a different price, right? If you look at Coinbase right now, it's at $20,000, but Bitfinex might be at 19.9, right? Or, depending on what exchange you're looking at, there's a different price. So you can't say that red line to the dollar is the end, right? That's the end all be all, because that's just on Coinbase. So, but they all kind of flow together in a range, right? In a range, so that you can't look at that red line as to the penny accurate, but it's pretty damn accurate, right? I mean, look at that. Look at that. I told you yesterday we were going to come down to that red line. It would offer at least some support. And I told you it was hovering at $20,000. Where are we at? $20,000. We've been hovering around $20,000 all day. I told you yesterday when we were at 20,700, 600, whatever it was, that we were going to 20,000, and that would offer a little bit of support. 24 hours later, again, we nailed the prediction. We nailed it. Now, here's the tricky part, right? Where are we going now, right? We're at support. Again, I'm going to reiterate, the path of least resistance is lower. Do not be surprised if we go below that support line. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen next week. It could happen a month from now. I think, in my opinion, if I had a vote right now, if I had to tell you what I think is going to happen, this is not financial advice. I think we're going back down to challenge the lows, meaning the lows back here when we were at 17,000. Now, the candle closed at what, 18.9 or whatever, but we went down all the way down to 17.5 about. I would not be surprised if we go back down for a double dip to challenge those lows. And that, in my opinion, will be the biggest fight. Would it just be a little double dip and the bulls take over and we scream higher from there? Or will the bears win out and get us below that 17.5? If the bears win out, we might be in for a longer haul to get above our red line of resistance that's above us that I've been telling you about for months. If the bulls win out and can hold that 17.5 number, treat it as a double dip, maybe even, have the candle close above that 18.9 number, right? A slightly higher high, then we might be in for a shorter bear market. That's going to be the key. If I had a vote, we're going below the red line of 20,000, where it's at 20,000 right now. And we're going to challenge the lows. Stay tuned to this channel. Follow me on Twitter at crypto_liberal. I will update what I think is going to happen. And frankly, if you've been following my videos, you should want to hear that update. You know, we have to play it however it's delivered to us. I wish I had the money to move the market and move it for you, right? I don't. None of you watching my channel do. So we have to watch and play it, you know, level by level. And that's what we'll do on this channel. And I won't ask you to, you know, advance your crypto to an exchange using my link so I get a kickback. It's your hard-earned money. You keep it. You know, play your game. And I'll share my journey with you. This is not financial advice, but you know what? We're killing it as a community if you're in this with me. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell, right? And I'm gonna reiterate for the new followers, because I got some new followers after yesterday's impassioned video begging you to give me some followers. The key resistance we've been talking about for months is this upper red line. We got rejected off of it almost perfectly, basically. Do not get excited about Bitcoin until we get above that red line, until we hold above that red line for, I'm going to say a month at this point, a month. Hold above that blue line or red line for a month, come back down to the red line, test it, make sure it holds as support, bounces off, then we can get excited about Bitcoin. Then we can start talking about 30,000, 40,000, higher, depending on the levels and, you know, the market and, you know, macro environment, right? So that's my Bitcoin story, and I'm sticking to it, and we're nailing it. Do me a favor, give me a like, give me a subscribe, right? There's nobody on crypto Twitter and crypto YouTube that is nailing it as well as we are on this channel. I'm serious. Maybe I'm lucky. I don't know. But this is the advantage of playing longer trades, right? I told you not to get excited 2 months ago when we, you know, started moving, or a month ago when we started moving up. Don't get excited. Play the long game. Bitcoin is so temperamental, volatile, that people think, oh, if I don't get in today, I'm going to miss the 25% increase, right? Or 50% increase. Well, no. There will be a time when it goes up 50% in like a week. But that time is not now. And in fact, let's transition, right? I've told you plenty of alts to get into, move out of Bitcoin and move into alts that you would have made a 50% return. One example, Ethereum, right? Let's just take a quick look at it, Ethereum, right? I told you to get out of Bitcoin. I'm not telling you what to do. I told you I was getting out of Bitcoin and moving into Ethereum because I was looking for a 50% return trade versus Bitcoin. During that time, Bitcoin went up. I don't even know how much Bitcoin went up. But you know what? Ethereum went up 50% more. So if you were looking to stack sats, right? You couldn't have done better than getting out of Bitcoin, putting into Ethereum, and during those 2 months, that 2-month period when Bitcoin was going up, Ethereum was crushing Bitcoin. You could have taken your Bitcoin, moved it into Ethereum, put it back into Bitcoin exactly at the times that I moved it back and forth. And you would have one Bitcoin you could have turned into 1.5 Bitcoin. 2 Bitcoin you could have turned into 3 Bitcoin. If that's your goal, to stack sats, you don't need to trade on leverage. We've proved it on this channel. So let's check out Ethereum real quick, because there's another video I want to show you from yesterday, another accurate prediction, or not accurate yet, but it's looking better and better. But let's start with Ethereum. And again, we look at Ethereum on the Coinbase chart, and this is even a longer term trade. This is a weekly chart that I look at on my channel. Okay. For those of you new to my channel, I got out of Bitcoin and moved it into Ethereum back here, the week of June 6th, right when we hit that red line. I told my audience that Ethereum was going to turn bullish versus Bitcoin. 9 weeks after, 8 of them were bullish. And when I made that trade, right? When I made that trade, I told my audience that the goal was this upper blue line. Absolutely, positively told you the absolute bottom. I called it at the absolute bottom. And I told you the goal was this upper blue line, which would have been a 50% return versus Bitcoin. I got out slightly before the blue line and I announced it, right? I announced it on Twitter at crypto_liberal, and I announced it on this video, on a video on this channel. I said, I'm getting out. And right, if you stayed in a little bit longer, you did a better than a 50% return. I got a 45% return. And I'm not crying about it, right? At all. But I told you this blue line was really the target. And anything, I didn't think we were going to hold above the blue line. Even though that a video I made 2 weeks ago, right? We were above the blue line. I said, I don't believe it. We played that yesterday. I don't trust the move above the blue line. And what happened the next week? Bam, below it. And this week, going lower. I got, when we made that announcement that we were moving from Bitcoin into Ethereum, one Ethereum was worth 0.052 Bitcoin. And I told you the goal was this 0.07679 blue line. I got out at 0.075. And right now we're below that. Right now we're below it. And as I've told you, I'm waiting for Ethereum to come back down to this this red line, right? This red line of support. Exactly where we, it was a little bit lower when we got in the, 2 months ago. But again, this red line is going up. I think Ethereum versus Bitcoin will challenge that red line again. Believe me or not, right? At this point, I hope you're not distrusting what I'm doing, because we're nailing it. Do me a favor. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Give me some motivation to keep keep telling you my moves, right? And hopefully you can learn some trades or pick up some analysis from what I'm doing in my own portfolio, right? Not financial advice. So one more thing, right? My biggest holding, and if you've been watching my channel from day one, is ADA, right? ADA. I started this channel 17 weeks ago, and I told you any new money put into ADA will outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin by the end of the year, a year from now, 5 years from now. And any new money put into Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin by those same time frames. I just proved to you that Ethereum is kicking Bitcoin's butt, right? Ever since we started this channel 17 weeks ago, that's been my mission. We prove it. We dollar cost average every week. We've been doing it for 16 weeks. We dollar cost average every week into those 3 cryptos, and we track that portfolio. $100 in each week. We've done it for 16 weeks, $1,600 in each of them, right? And Ethereum is outperforming Bitcoin. ADA is outperforming Bitcoin. They're already outperforming Bitcoin. Now Ethereum's in the lead. I think ADA's catching up. And look what I talked about yesterday, right? Notice this is just today's movement. ADA is up almost 4%. Bitcoin's down 1%. Ethereum's down 1.6%. But what did I talk about yesterday? Let's watch this video.
I need some followers. Give me some followers, right? We need to spread the word because we are nailing it on this channel. I'm so pumped. Even when we're going down, right? I am dollar cost averaging. I put more money into ADA today. ADA is going to scream higher by the end of the year, I think. Scream higher. It's going to crush Bitcoin by the end of the year. I've been telling you that since I started this channel like 17 weeks ago. I've been telling you since day one, any new money put into ADA will outperform Bitcoin and outperform Ethereum. And by the end of the year, not immediately, but even though it's kind of even with Bitcoin right now. But I also said first I said ADA will outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin by the end of the year, a year from now, 5 years from now. And Ethereum will outperform Bitcoin by those same time frames. And so far it's playing out, right? ADA is kind of even with Bitcoin right now. And Ethereum has crushed Bitcoin. We just saw evidence of that. Now is the key time for ADA and Ethereum. Ethereum I expect it to come back a little bit, but by the end of the year, I think ADA will scream higher. When Vassal is launched, it's going to scream higher. I'm going to scream on this video if you don't give me some followers.
So, right? Now, I told you yesterday, ADA is primed to pump. I told you is ready to scream higher versus Bitcoin. And one day does not make a prediction accurate when I'm, predicting it for the end of the year, right? Or a year from now or 5 years from now. One day does not make an accurate prediction. So I'm not claiming that. But today, 24 hours after I made that prediction, ADA's up 4%. Bitcoin's down 1%. Meaning ADA is pretty much beating Bitcoin by like 5% today, right? 5% in one day. In one day. My dollar cost average into ADA yesterday is looking pretty dang good. And I didn't dollar cost average into Bitcoin yesterday. Why would I? Why would I? When ADA is going to crush Bitcoin the remainder of the year, when Vassal is launched, ADA is going to fly. My opinion, not financial advice. I may be wrong. Do your own research. Make your own decisions based on your own portfolio, right? But we could do worse than following this channel. So I would humbly appreciate you sharing this video, liking this video, subscribing to my channel. Give me some motivation to keep making these videos because I love doing it and I love sharing success, right? We can all share in success. And frankly, we've nailed it on this channel in a bear market, in a freaking bear market. We are nailing it. So give me a like, give me a subscribe. Hope you're having a great weekend. My name is Mike. I am the Crypto Liberal. Have a good rest of your weekend. Ban the guns.